I put up several videos in regards to Donald Trump, and I'm going to dedicate this particular video to Joe Biden. Now, there are good and bad parts to being a magnanimous individual, someone who's true to heart, who's a true patriot, and wants to see normalcy in our country, and the standards that we've gone by through all these years. They want to continue that. Okay, and that's all well and good. But Biden's issue is this, and I know on the news the other day he said something to the effect of the Americans should turn down the rhetoric, that there will be a peaceful transfer of power. Now, no one wants to hear that at this point, because what they heard with Donald Trump before the election were two things. And I repeated it, I said it in my other videos, and I'm going to say it again in this one too. He had said, I have all the votes I need. You don't need to vote for me. You don't need to vote for me because I got all the votes. What is that saying? Hey, look, I've got all the votes in advance. I worked it out to where I got it rigged. You don't need to vote. What is so difficult about that to understand? Second thing was you won't need to vote again. Let's break that down. You don't need to vote again. Okay? Now, Kamala's talking about rolling up your sleeves. Don't throw up your hands, roll up your sleeves, and let's get to work. But what she's really referring to in that speech is not so much as far as finding an avenue to figure out if there was any type of fraud. Now, I'm not saying that's 100%. Let me take that back. There may be. Who knows? But if there was some type of fraud. Mainly, she's looking towards the 2026 midterms and, of course, 2028. But it's my humble opinion, and it's just an opinion, and I could be wrong. If this guy gets his way, he's going to make sure, and his cronies will make sure, that there is no other elections. They'll try to manipulate the United States laws and Constitution to where there is no Constitution, and there may not be other elections. I don't want to, go all in on that. I still have faith that there are safeguards within our country, which will hopefully curtail that. And two of the biggest safeguards are the House and the Senate. Now, they've been pretty dysfunctional, especially the House, over the last 4 years. So we have no reason to have confidence that they would do anything in their best interest, or in the best interest of the country. Let's put it that way. Their best interest, yes. Best interest of the country, no. But however, there has to be some patriots within those two bodies that believe in the Constitution and believe in the values that we hold dearly here in America. There has to be. And it's those people, hopefully, even though the Democrats don't have the majorities, will step up in either one of these bodies and make their presence known and curtail this man's egregious propositions, whatever he wants to. What is that? Project 2025. Now, some of it's going to slip through because once his cabinet members get in there, some of the things they don't have to go through Congress. So some of it's going to slip through. But then his supporters are going to see, hey, I didn't vote for that. This is crazy. And in 2026, if we still have elections, of course, then they'll make their voices known. Okay. Now, going back to Biden, as far as being magnanimous, it sort of bothers me. I mean, I like that part of him. Everyone likes that part of Biden. He's just, he tells it like it is. From Scranton, and he's scrapper and all that stuff, and he tells it like it is. But in this instance, I'm just hoping that something's happening in the background, and this is sort of shuck and jive, and he's just taking people off, off their, not making them aware of what might be going on. But if he means what he says, and Kamala follows suit, and they allow this man to graciously go into the White House, hand him the keys to the castle, and let him do his dirty work, everything that we stand for here in the United States will be for naught. All the service members that have sacrificed their lives throughout all the wars, throughout all the service members who are working now, who've worked in the past, when they put on that uniform and they salute at the American flag, and they have pride and honor To have this man behind the helm goes against everything that they fought for and they stand for. And regardless of who you voted for, look inwards. Why did you make those sacrifices? Why did you salute the American flag? Why do you put your hand over your heart when you say the Pledge of Allegiance? Why? So we can have a man like this and his cohorts, which are really the problem. He's just a useful idiot. They're using this man. They're using him to get what they want. And what they want is power and money. Understand, it's not about MAGA. All you MAGA folks out there, don't take it personal. It's not about you. It's not about the Democrats. It's not about the Libertarians in whatever party comes up. It's not about any of that. It's not about the voters. It's about the fact that they want to exclude us from having our rights to choose our leaders. They'll choose them for us, and whatever they want to do, they'll just put it into law, and they're going to make it happen. But I ask Biden, if he listens to this, if he hears this, very likely, or Kamala, if you hear this, understand that if you give this man the keys to the castle without a fight, being magnanimous and saying, well, we got to live, we got to be above the fray. When they go low, we go high, and let's have a peaceful transfer of power. And if that's happening, and these keys are given to this man, and he destroys his country, I said in another video, it will be a stain on the Democratic Party. But as far as your legacy, what you spoke of during the election, all the dreams, the aspirations, the mindset, all that will be for naught. Because even though you talk the talk, you have to walk the walk. Find out what's happening here. If there's nothing there, there's nothing there. Put our resources together. The president has powers right now, given superpowers that were given to him by the Supreme Court. Okay? Utilize those powers. Straighten this ship. And if this man does not deserve the keys to the kingdom, which in my eyes he doesn't, based on his history, his past, his convictions, well, then don't certify the vote. Legally. Not by trying to hang Mike Pence or anything like that legally. You guys have the power. It's not up to us. I've heard some videos and people have said, hey, look, we've done all we can do. We voted, we've canvassed, we've volunteered. They've given their blood, sweat, and tears during the Kamala and Walz's campaign. The way that you can thank them is not by getting on and saying, I appreciate what you do, la, 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 roll up your sleeves, la, la. No, the way you can thank the people who stood behind you, Vice President Harris and President Biden, is by doing what's right, investigating these issues. If you find nothing, you find nothing. But at least investigate them. You owe the American people at least that.